I used to wonder why I was here, why I went through all the things I went through. And at the time, I would wonder why I was going through all these things, all this abuse, this fear, this anger. Little me used to be so afraid to come home each and every day. After school, this realization would set in that I would need to go home. And I never knew what type of day I would have. I was afraid of what would happen when I stepped home, when I stepped into my home. Now, as an adult, that fear has stayed with me for the longest time. Afraid to look people in the eye, afraid of being judged. Something within me always feared that the worst would happen, and I've learned to let that go. Why should I live in fear? Why should I be that scared little boy? There have been times when I thought, this is only going to make me stronger. And then years later, I had these moments where I thought, this was supposed to make me stronger, but I feel weak still. So was it all worth it? Why did I go through this just to still be afraid? Just to still hold on to that fear, that anxiety, that depression. What was the point of it all? And it wasn't until not too long ago I realized I am stronger. I am better than I have ever been in my entire life. So you know what? It was worth it. All that pain and suffering, it was worth it. And even though at the time, I hated it, and I just wanted to die, now, many years later, I've learned to love it. I've learned that I am completely unstoppable. That no matter what life throws at me, it will never knock me down. So what have you gone through that you still hold on to, even now? No matter how big or how small it may be in your eyes, it matters. Because all of our experiences, all of our emotions, they matter. I have this mindset where I am constantly looking at the next step. What needs to be done? What needs to be accomplished? And I've forgotten to acknowledge what I've already done. Does that sound like you? Sometimes you forget about yourself. Sometimes you forget about everything you've done, everything you've gone through, everything you've accomplished, and you focus on the things that you haven't done. Why? We need to be better to ourselves. You need to be more loving to yourself. It's been a long process, but I've done it. Every time I looked in the mirror back in the day, I used to criticize every little thing about me. I would pick at everything that I didn't like. And my list of what I hated about myself was far larger than what I loved about myself. And it's been a long process in being able to turn that list around. But you know what? It's worth it. Own it. Everything that you see as a flaw within yourself, own it. If you don't like the way you look, don't hide it. Own it. This is me. This is how I look. Take it or leave it. I don't care. If you don't like your weight, own it. Love it. And only then can you push to the next level. Because once you're honest with yourself, I don't like the way that I look right now. I don't like how fat I am. I don't like this or that. And then you realize, you know what? I let myself be this. Now this is me. So what am I going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? There is no end to this journey. You'll never get to that one place where you think you want to be. Our entire lives are a journey. This life is a journey. You'll never get there. The only time you truly get there is death. But there is no end. There's no sitting back and relaxing and saying, I'm done. You know what happens to those people who say I'm done? They're forgotten. They're left behind, comfortable in their sad little worlds. I want more. I will have more. You can either come along with me or you can get forgotten. The choice is yours.